You know how I've been doing a lot of brewing lately,
Yes.
and we've got a lot of potions lying around.
Yeah,
A lot of them pretty bad potions that you can't exactly take because they're kind of more of a poison than a potion, or they're cursed, or I didn't brew it right. We've got a lot of those lying around.
Dud potions.
Dud potions, and they're so hard to get rid of because you got to pay a guy to come out, and then he's got to take them, and it costs a lot of money. Well, I found the best way, a bit of a life hack to just getting rid of all these potions.
Do tell.
You just throw them all in the lake, in the lake behind the tower. Any potions you can't consume yourself, any potions that have gone wrong, any enchanted or cursed items you don't need
You
anymore.
just pour them straight into the lake.
Straight into the lake.
That's nice. That seems like a great idea. Can't see anything bad happening with that.
No issues at all. Well, I mean, there was one potion I threw in, and then a giant skull did appear, and it kind of was like, death.
I'm sure that, I'm sure that's just a side effect.
I think it was
of the potion.
coincidence. I'm sure it was coincidence.
Probably has nothing to do with the potion you just threw in.
No, or the cursed book.
Or
anything like that.
Anyway.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Welcome back to the Wizard's Tale.
Welcome back to the Wizard's Tale.
The Wizard's Tower!
That's pretty
You threw the silo in the lake?
Merge.
We are pissed off, so let's get into it. At the start of our pod, we like to just do a little bit of recap, but I'm too pissed off for that stuff. I'm too angry. I'm upset. I'm frazzled. Why are you looking at me like...
What?
What's happened? So we're both angry, actually. We've both got angry stories.
Oh, don't even start me on that.
So let's just get into our first segment.
Do you want to tell your story first, or do you want me to tell my story first?
This is a good question. You tell yours first, and then I'll
that's
tell mine.
pissed me off.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's
Well,
really
great start to Wizards Wrap.
Great.
Great
Yeah,
start.
I'm pissed off now. If I wasn't before, you saying
wanted to
I'm going to
bloody
start
go
on mine.
second.
Bloody hell. It's
Go
like
on.
like a school presentation when you
you're
don't want to be the
first
first up. But then when you go first up, it's like the best feeling in the
You
world
just
when
sit
you're
back and
done.
relax, yeah.
You watch everyone else fumble and fail, and you're like,
I winged a presentation. Have I told you a story?
I thought we were talking about pissed off things.
Well,
but
this is kind of funny.
pray
I just get
tell.
into this. I was I went on holidays with the parents, and I got back.
Must be nice having two parents that are still together. Oh, I went away on a holiday.
Oh, you are pissed
Oh,
off. Bloody hell. So the whole family went together. Mom, dad, probably slept in the same bed.
Must be nice.
Family, It was great.
I wouldn't know what that's like.
So we all went away to like Queensland or something. Where you're from, actually. So that must be
true.
nice going.
Oh,
Our
that
holiday
pissed me off.
destinations where you're
Yeah,
from.
it must have been nice. Yeah.
So we went away to the holiday, and then I was meant to write like a speech and then come back and present the speech for class, and I just didn't do it because I was on holidays.
Yep.
So it was on justice, and like I think we were reading like To Kill a Mockingbird at the time or something.
Yep.
And I got back, and the first day back was the day that they were doing the speeches. I walked
Right.
in like, everyone ready to do the speeches? And I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll just wing it. And I was like in year 9, and I sort of was like, I was the comedic relief in the class, we'll say. I had good friends in the class.
Okay.
I could show off and feel pretty confident. I was confident.
I know that.
I was, you know what I mean? I was a
I
confident
guy. I was that guy.
Yeah. I was confident in year 9. So then I'm standing there, and then my teacher's like, all right, Mitch, you're up. And I was like, oh, good. And I stand up. She's like, are you what are you doing? Where's your paper? Where's your thing? I was like, oh, I'll just wing it. She's like, oh, okay, here we go. I think, And then I get up there and I'm like, justice. And then just going this whole like bullshit speech, and I'm like calling on people. And so I'm like, what will your definition of justice be? And just doing this whole thing.
Yeah.
I got like a B+ or something.
Wow.
And the only thing I lost a lot of points in was preparation. It was like class engagement through the roof. Everything else was great.
Yeah.
It was just preparation and like knowledge. It was really
Damn,
low.
dude. That's impressive.
So yeah, I think someone recorded. I should try and find it.
I had a mate of mine who, I think I've told you this story before. I had a mate of mine who was sort of struggling in English class, so he got a tutor to help him.
Yep.
And he got a tutor to help him write his speech, and like obviously a similar sort of thing, reading a book. Wrote an essay and a presentation, all that, had it all sorted, set up. He presents it. He gets a C+ or something, or a C-.
Yeah.
And this guy who didn't do any prep, very similar to you, he had 3 palm cards that didn't have the whole presentation on it, and completely He read the 3 palm cards out, and then he was friends with the person that was doing the timer, and he'd presented for about a minute.
Yeah.
And he was like, and it was supposed to be a 4-minute presentation. He's like, yep, and that's it. And then they timed it, and she's like, what was the time? He's like, oh, 4 minutes. He got
What?
a B plus as well.
That's fucked.
Devastating.
Someone-
There's definitely
so someone just
teacher
lied
bias
about-
going on
yeah,
there. You know,
yeah,
like there's
yeah.
a teacher like, oh, well, his other assignments have been
Absolutely.
shit, so this
Well,
one's probably shit as
yeah.
well. It can't be good.
And my teacher did like, we were like good banter back and forth. She
Yeah.
liked me. So I can imagine she probably bumped up my score a bit because it was,
It's messed up.
you know what I mean? Yeah, no, that's
Nepotism
true.
right there. It's
That's
disgusting.
true.
Makes
Yeah.
me sick.
One of my mates mixed up my mate's cards one time. So he just got up there and like the start was the end and all this sort of shit. And he was just like, oh, it was so. And he was like, oh, he's mixed up my cards. And the teacher's like, hurry up, let's go. And he's like, no, my mate, you know, he was like standing in front of the
that
class.
would bloody piss me
It
off.
was so funny.
That would piss me off almost as much as what I was supposed to be talking about this entire time.
Great segue.
actually.
Well done.
Yeah, so as some of you might know, most of you probably don't, but I have these 2 tube lights that I bought maybe, I don't even know, 6 to 8 months ago.
Yep.
They're
They've
not cheap
been-
lights.
You've been pissed off with them for a long time too.
Yeah, I bought them. They were like, it was like $1,200 or something, I think.
hell.
So they were $600 each. They're fully, really bright tube lights. They have like RGB, like you can change the colors. They're very good. They all link up to this app. It's good.
Yeah,
They're
it is
really, really good lights when they work. Yeah, I bought the 2-pack. I unzip it. I open it up. First one, boom, turns on. Let's go. Second one key feature that unfortunately was lacking in this one. It didn't turn on at all. Power button didn't work. Nothing worked.
And you want it to turn on?
That would be preferable
Okay,
for
yeah.
sure.
I'm not, I don't know, tube
It would
lights.
be
oh,
good
Yeah.
if it turned on. You could plug it in and it would work, but if you ran it off the battery power, wouldn't work.
Wouldn't work.
So I had to send this thing back. Okay. It took a week to get to me to begin with. So I was already like, oh, this is kind of fucking annoying.
sucks, yeah.
And I have like a job coming up where I like need the,
Want the
tube lights.
Yeah.
And so I send this thing back. I do the whole, hey, this light's broken. I send the photos off. They're like, okay, if you send it back, we'll fix it.
Yep.
And unfortunately, it takes 4 to 6 weeks because it has to go to their warehouse and then they send it off to Amaran, the brand's
okay.
warehouse, and then they diagnoose it and then they send it back. And it's a whole thing.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah,
4 to
yeah.
6 weeks you
It's
can
a
be without it.
process, Yeah.
I was without it for 4 to 6 weeks.
Yep.
I can't remember. It was so long ago now. Anyway, I get the light back. I'm like, oh, thank God. It's
fixed.
It's
Let's go.
fixed.
Yep.
It turns on.
Perfect.
Hang
Just
on.
what we want, apparently.
What's this? Why the hell is the tube flickering like green? It would just randomly turn like green. The whole LED would be green. And you're like, I didn't choose that. And then
Weird.
sometimes it'd be like half would be green. I'm like, the fuck? And so I took photos of it again. I was like, I really don't want to have to send this back a second time, but I'm going to have to. So I send it off. Another 4 to 6 weeks gone.
Fucking hell.
I finally get it back. I've been without this light more than I've had it. Finally get it back. I'm like, surely they've fixed it now.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I turn it on, and instead of the light, like half the light bar flickering green, it just doesn't turn on at all.
Oh my God.
So only
what the
half the
fuck?
light turns on. And I've had to send it back a third time,
That's so annoying.
which in itself is annoying as
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah.
Except,
Also, it's a tube light. It's not like you can put it in the mailbox.
well, that brings me on to
okay.
my next thing, which is what I'm actually annoyed about.
yeah.
They give you an Australia Post return label, so you
Yeah.
don't have to pay for shipping.
That's good.
Except Australia Post doesn't accept items over 1 meter in length. These are 1.2 meter lights.
Just.
And so, yeah, the box and everything ends up being 1.4 meters. The first time I sent it back, I can't even remember how
Did you
I
tell
sent
them
it
about
back.
the round down and round up rule? You know, if it's 1.5,
Yeah,
you can
you go
round
round
up.
down,
It's
yeah.
1.2, so you can round down to a meter.
Exactly. Well, apparently the Australia Post people have like a sectioned off parts of their van.
Oh,
and
okay.
so like if the package is over that section bit, they just
You
it's
just-
not that they can't take it, they don't want to.
I don't- okay.
They're like, oh, it doesn't fit in the van. So fuckers.
Fucking get a bigger van.
Yeah. Anyway, so
That's what taxpayer money paying for.
the first time I took it back, I don't even remember how I managed to send it off. I think they just took it. And they're like, yep, all good.
No, they didn't. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
The second time I had to send this tube light off, he put 2 like poster tubes together, taped them up, and he was like, I'll do you a favor this time, I'll send it off. And I was like, all right, you're a legend.
Perfect.
Sent him off.
Yep.
third time I have to send this shit back. I go to the post office and the post office guy's like, we can't take this package. And I was like, but you did it last time. And he's like,
What the fuck?
we honestly, like, we can't do it again. But the people down the road might be able to at the other the Australia Post. And I was like, okay, cool. So I take it. I go to the next Australia Post. They also go, we only accept up to 1.2. This is 1.4. And I was like, for fuck's sake.
But the round down rule.
But come on, just take it this one time. He's like, nah, sorry. I was like, fuck's sake. And so I call up the company.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should name and shame the camera company because they're pretty good.
I think you already have, but yeah, I'll bleep it. It's all right.
Okay, I'll just say it anyway.
Yeah.
So I call up.
Oh, okay. It wasn't that.
I call them up and they're like, I'm speaking to this girl and I explain my situation. She goes, oh, okay, well, do you live like close to the store? They have one store in all of Melbourne and it is directly in the heart of the CBD. And I was like,
I guess.
I mean, I can get there. She's like, okay, well, if you just bring it back to us, like we can send it off. And I was like, okay, cool.
Okay, that's good.
So about 4 or 5 weeks go by, maybe less, maybe like 3 or 4 weeks.
So this light has been basically
It's been useless.
useless for nearly half a year, probably
Yeah,
longer.
since I've had it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, fuck it. You know what? Finally, I'm going to get the courage up and I'm going to go to the city. I'm going to take, because I've been so busy, I didn't want to take time out of my day just to go drop a light off.
Yeah.
And so I'd go to the city again, as you can imagine,
Took
absolute
me
nightmare.
3 to 4 weeks to get there.
It took me nearly an hour
Yeah.
to get into the city just with all the traffic and everything.
Disgusting.
And yeah. So anyway, I finally get in. I find a park. I go inside. I'm standing there with this fucking box.
Yeah.
Just looking like an absolute goober. Every single service person is taken. There's people being like, oh, can I put a lens on this camera?
Okay.
Oh, it's just, so if I had a camera, say, and I wanted to take photos, how would I do that? And they're like, yeah, okay, so
Have you tried turning it on?
anyway, this is $10,000 by the way. And they're like, oh, that's reasonable. I'm a hobbyist. So they're fucking around, and I'm just sitting there in the middle of the store. It's not a very big store. And then finally, one guy is like, all right, can I help
Chew
you?
boy, what do you want?
Yeah. He's
Hey,
like,
chew.
He's like, we don't allow your kind around here.
This is a camera store. We don't like your lights. We don't want your lights around
There's
here.
no lights for video. This is a goddamn photography store. So he finally, like, this guy's like, oh yeah, what do you want? And I'm sort of standing in the middle of the store awkwardly with the box. I'm like, can I fucking put this thing
This
down,
long tube
please?
light,
Like,
yeah.
it's 1.4 meters. I'm carrying it awkwardly too because the box is still open. And instantly, this guy, I saw him and I was like, this guy does not want to be here. So I already know this is going to be bad customer service. And the way he was just kind of like, all right, what do you want?
Yeah.
Sort of thing. I was like, oh God.
Make it quick. Yeah.
Also, you know, instantly flashed me back to San Francisco because of all of the horrible customer service experiences I had. And this guy was American as well. I was like, come on, man. Like, you gotta get out of the service industry, man. You gotta go to work in an office or some shit. Like, do not, if you hate people, don't work with people, honestly. But he's like, what do you want? And I explained like, hey dude, so I've had to send this light back twice. This is the third time I've had to send it back. But the post office won't take it anymore. So I was told I can bring it here and you guys will send it off. And he goes, if you've sent it off before, like, then how can you not send it off now?
You know what? Valid question.
Yeah.
Valid question from him.
But it was in a way of like poking holes in
Yeah,
my story.
yeah.
He's like, okay, yeah. So if you actually have sent it off before, then why? How did you send it off?
Yeah.
And I was
That
like,
instantly puts you on the defense because you hate when people question, you know, I've just told you everything or the whole story's just come out. I've just told you exactly what's happened. Now you have to do your part. And he's like,
Yeah.
well, that doesn't make sense. And you're already pissed. You hate when people question your
dude,
fucking.
the fact I had to defend, I was like,
Yeah.
well, the post office doesn't want to take it anymore. They did me a favor and now they don't want to take it. And so I've had to go here. And he's like, then how'd you send it the first time? And I'm like,
Oh my
because
God.
they did me a favor.
It doesn't matter. Don't worry about that. That's not the point.
Yeah, like why are we talking about
Yeah,
this?
yeah.
I'm here with the fucking
Yeah.
package now.
I've been told you guys can send it now.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You know?
And I was like, well, look, I don't know, man. But, you know, they said they said on the phone, you guys can send it. And he goes, I haven't heard anything about that.
Oh, fuck's sake.
And I was like,
Who the fuck are you?
yeah, I was like, what? This random girl
Yeah.
4 weeks ago is gonna be like, gets off the phone, is like, hey
I'm gonna
guys,
go
everyone
speak
in
to
store,
Dave.
everyone in store, just so you guys know, a guy's gonna come in
with a tube
at
light.
some point in the next 2 months with a tube light that needs to be sent off.
Dave, are you paying attention? I don't know.
He's like, well, I haven't heard anything about
haven't
that.
heard anything about it.
I was flabbergasted, holding my tube lights. I was like, like, all right, well, that's what she said. Like, that's what happened. And I'm here now. Like, can we send it off? And he's like, all right, well, where's your receipt?
Making this such a big deal.
Yeah. He's like, where's your receipt? And I was like, I mean, I have it on an email if you need it, but like it's all through your customer service. Like it's got a service number attached to it.
Just fucking send the light off.
And he's like, well, look, how am I supposed to help you if you don't have a receipt?
Oh
and I was like,
God. Does Australia Post need a receipt?
I'm here. I'm like, God, like, why are we being so confrontational?
Just help me.
Yeah, I'm still
We're on the
holding,
same team.
I'm still holding this light. And I was like,
It's flashed on and it flashed red. You're getting angry and the lights flash red on your face.
fuck. It somehow works perfectly.
yeah.
And he's like, bro, the light's
Yeah,
fine.
well, it's good.
Anyway, he's like, I was like, I can get the receipt for you. And he's like, no, don't worry about it. Where's your return paperwork? And I was like, well, I don't really have it. I wanted to make sure, like, you know, I could obviously send it off. I don't have a printer. But I was like, oh, I don't have it. I mean, is it okay if you guys print it? They literally
Multiple
have printers right there. And
like,
also, this is part of their job. Like, this is their job.
Yes.
They have the whole thing. They can just print it. And he's like, oh, like, you know, you've come into our store. You want us to send it off. And you haven't got your paperwork on you. Do you see how this looks? Like, do you think you should have had some foresight and like lecturing me about printing off some fucking paper?
God, I fucking hate this.
And
guy.
I was like, look, man, I just want to send my
can I speak to someone
fucking
else?
light off.
Yeah.
I was genuinely going to pull the can I speak to a manager?
Yeah.
Karen, full Karen mode. Can I speak
Yeah.
to a manager? And some guy comes up next to him and goes, just take it to returns upstairs and they'll sort it out. And he goes, yeah, mate, just email this email with
Thank
your
God.
paperwork and we'll take it from here. And I was like,
Thank you.
hang on a second. This guy pulls the, well, you know, oh yeah, I'm like, well, someone said I can drop it here. And he goes, well, I didn't hear anything about that. He
Yeah.
pulls that card.
Like he
He's
should
not
know.
even the manager.
And then like he should know about everything that happens in the store. And then some other bloke goes, just send it returns and send this. And
he
he's
has
like,
no
oh yeah.
fucking
You've got no idea.
And he's acting like he's the manager. This guy's
my
like a
God.
casual worker that probably fucking works there 3 times a week.
Yeah. I didn't hear about
This
this.
40-year-old man, I didn't hear about this. Buddy,
The fucking hubris.
yeah, I could not
arrogance of
believe
this
it.
man.
When I heard that, I was like, this guy's been walking
Yeah.
around big dick and me acting like he's the manager.
Runs the show.
Yeah, lecturing me like I'm a child. Like, dude, I have a job.
Yeah.
This is a part of my job. Like, just
What a
because,
fucking
oh
piece
man.
of shit. Just fucking give it to returns.
Just give
and
me-
they'll sort it
yeah.
out.
And then I was like, all right, well, what do you want me to do with the light? And he's like, just leave it here in the middle of the store.
Oh,
And I was like,
that's not getting said. That's still in the middle
yeah.
of the store.
I was like, all right. And so I put it down and I was like, I guess,
okay.
do you need my name?
Yeah.
And they're like, no. And I was like,
Oh,
all
I don't
right.
like that either.
And I went home and I was like, I don't think that light's getting sent.
that's yeah.
And so I call them up the next day. I call them up the next day and this rude person answers.
Same bloke.
No,
sure.
different person. But I was like, what is with this store? Everyone in Brisbane was so nice,
Yeah.
but this Melbourne store. I explained again, I was like, hey, I just dropped a light off yesterday and I didn't really have like any paperwork attached or anything. I was just wondering if that was sent off. And she was like, well, if it had the paint, she's like, well, if you had the paperwork attached, it would have been sent off. And I was like,
I did it.
yeah, so the paperwork wasn't in it.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, it's not here now, so it was probably sent off. And I was like,
Well, just give it a
Okay.
confirmation.
Yeah,
Like, I
I
don't
was
like
like,
this. I don't like this
this
probably,
probably,
maybe
yeah.
sort of language. I
and
want
she was sort of clearly like irritated, so I didn't want to like push
her
it
on it,
further.
yeah.
So I was like, okay,
Yeah.
thank you. And she's like, bye. I was
and
like,
then
"Alright,
she
that's
turns
great."
to the guy next to me. Some dickhead just rang about his light. Wasn't
no-
that tube
Whoa,
fucker?
right.
Was it?
I know about
Oh
everything in
my
the store.
God.
Yeah. Keep me in the loop.
Yeah, make sure. Thanks for letting me know. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. And I had to email off like the support team and find the thread that I'd done all this support
Yeah.
stuff through. And I was like, did you guys get the
That is
light?
just cool, yeah.
Took them like 2 days to answer, but they were like, we got the light. And I was like,
Fucking hell,
okay,
shouldn't have to
cool.
do that.
Holy shit. Oh my God.
Jesus.
What an absolute nightmare to send off some light
That is fucked.
that has been broken from the get-go. And I swear to fucking God.
If it comes back,
If they
broken
come
again.
back, I've asked for a replacement this time. I'm like, I do not want you to repair in
Repair,
quotes
yeah,
it
yeah,
for
yeah.
the third time. You need to give me a new fucking
New
light this
light.
time. Seriously, this is ridiculous.
Yeah,
And make
that's
sure
fucked.
it works before you
Yeah,
send it to me.
yeah.
Please.
I want a video proof of it working.
Oh my, yeah. I like it's beyond a joke at this point. Especially with how much money you spend on them.
This light has been a debacle in the tower for sure. It feels like every week it's either come back broken or being sent off to get fixed.
And I was like, I'm gonna spend. You know what? I'm gonna splurge. I'm gonna get really good lights.
Really good lights, yeah.
To make sure I get a quality product. The stands they gave me that came with the lights, these tiny little tripods.
Yeah, they're terrible.
They're all metal except for the bracket that actually supports the whole light. And so I put the lights on them and they both instantly snapped. And
Yeah.
the stands didn't work. But I haven't asked for replacement stands.
Whenever something
I
is
just want the lights to work.
whenever something isn't fully metal and has like a bit of plastic, you know that's just fucked.
Yeah, you're like,
you
why,
know that
like-
plastic bit's gone.
Why did you skimp at the one part that
so important.
is the vital part of the entire mechanism? The legs can be plastic. The hinge
The metal
parts,
hinge bit needs to be metal.
The part where all the
Weight.
pressure goes on,
Yeah.
the weight. Yeah. Anyway,
yeah,
that's my Wizard's Wrath.
that is a good Wizard's Wrath.
It felt kind of therapeutic getting all that out.
Yep.
You kind of validated me a little bit.
Yeah.
Felt pretty
That's
good.
fucked. Customer service being like spoken down to like that.
I know.
And then the solution was so easy that like if you had just spoken to anyone else but him, it probably would have been fine.
And this fucking guy, just this
That's a nightmare.
man, he sucked.
Your Wizard's Wrath got me fired up for mine too because it's
go
very
on.
similar.
Well, I'm feeling pretty zen now, so
Okay.
I actually feel
I
pretty.
might sound crazy. You
good.
might be like, no, that's just.
I'm like, all right, bro, you're overreacting.
Yeah, it's chill out, man.
Yeah.
All right. So, as people know, last week I mentioned my number plates got stolen. And I thought once I rang up, reported they got stolen, that'd be the end of it. I'd be able to go into Vic Roads, get some new number plates,
Yeah.
calm.
I mean, naturally.
naturally.
That makes sense.
Easy process.
Yeah, sure. Why would I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I got off the phone with the cop after reporting, I said before I got off the phone, I was like, "Hey, so you guys aren't going to send me number plates. I'm going to have to organise them myself." He's like, "Yeah, you will." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And he goes, "Yeah, you should just be able to call up Vic Roads, explain the situation. They'll send you some new ones." I'm like, "Oh, that sounds remarkably
Pretty
easy,
easy,
sweet."
dude. Okay.
And then I was like, I actually might even just go on the website. If I can call them up, it's that easy. Maybe I'll just go on the website and be able to look at the number plates, and order them off that way.
Makes sense.
Go on the website. I go, I just want to get some new number plates. He goes, your number plates have been reported as stolen. So you have to actually ring us up. And I was like, oh, okay. I'll ring you up. That's
Yeah,
all
that's
right.
actually why I'm asked for
Yeah,
replacement
there you go.
plates, believe it or
There you
not.
go. So I think to replace them was like replace ones that are broken, not necessarily
Yeah,
stolen.
gotcha.
Anyway, so I rang them up. I was on the phone. I rang him up on the public holiday, the Monday. And then I got a hold of someone and he was like, sorry, Vic Roads is closed today. You're going to have to ring them tomorrow. And I
That's
was
his
like,
whole job is
I guess-
answering that to
Yeah, I
say we're
guess so.
closed and then hang up. That's
I felt like an idiot because it
kinda
sounded like
awesome.
the line I went down was a bit more emergency than what I needed. He was like, how can I help you? Are you part of an accident? Oh, no, my license plates got stolen. He goes, you just got to ring up tomorrow because we're
He was
closed. I'm like, sorry, I didn't realize. He goes, no, it's all good. He's probably happy it wasn't so serious. My leg! Someone got hit by a car and just didn't. I was on the phone. He just didn't get hold of him. Anyway, so that happened. So then I'm like, okay, cool. So I rang up the next day on Tuesday. I'm on the phone.
yeah.
I'm on hold.
Okay.
I'm on hold. 45 minutes go past.
Listening to the same music.
And it goes, hey, welcome to Vic Roads. If you want to do this, make sure. Boom. And then it goes back to like
Yeah.
music.
And you
know what I
go,
mean?
the music stops and you go,
Oh, hello. Yeah, and then it's
Yeah.
like, if you want to make a claim,
You're
do
like,
this, this, and this. And you're like, no, I just want to. And then anyway, so then, hold for 45, 50, an hour. I'm on hold for these people. And I'm like, fuck's sake. I rang them early. I rang them like 8 a.m. I was like, I'll ring them as soon as the doors fucking open, I'll ring them. I was on hold till about 9:30. Finally got a hold of someone. And I was like, hi, here you going? My license plates were stolen. I just want to order some replacement ones. And then she goes, oh, yep. So you're going to have to go into Vic Roads yourself and show photo ID. And I was like, oh, that's funny because I got told by two different people, by the cop and the website, to ring you if I need a license plate. That's okay. I'll go in. All good.
Yeah,
She's like, yeah,
yeah.
no worries, go in. Anyway, I couldn't go in that day because I think it was the day we were actually shooting the pod. I think we record. This is
Yeah.
So I couldn't go on that day, and then I was working all week. They're closed on the weekend, so I was like,
Awesome.
okay, I'll go first thing Monday morning.
Yeah.
I woke up 8, had breakfast, got in the car about 8:30, drive to the closest Vic Roads, which is about half an hour away.
Yeah.
I get there at 9. I walk in, beautiful Vic Roads. Oh, just immaculate. I was like, this is going to be great. This is going to take 2 seconds, no one around. I'm
one
like, this
there?
is
Oh,
fantastic.
man.
I'm like, what have I got to be angry about? What no wizard wrath so far. It's been
Yeah.
pretty smooth sailing.
What could possibly
What
be
could possibly
annoying?
go? I walk in, I go, hey, mate, number place was stolen. I know. Yeah, it sucks. Can I order some new ones? I want to make some new ones. I got a photo. And he goes, we don't do that here. I'm going to have to send you to another place, another Vic Roads that specializes in number plates. And I looked at the address and he goes, don't worry. It's about a 15-minute drive up the road, away from our house, away from our tower. 15 minutes up the road, you'll be right.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
cool. I'll go up the road. All good, mate. Appreciate your help.
15 minutes further
And he
away
must,
from home.
yeah, 15, yeah. So I'm now 45 minutes away from home.
Yeah.
And he gives me the piece of paper, address, everything is great. I'm driving, like, there's not really many parks around. This kind of sucks. And I'm like, there's a park straight out the front. Pull in, 2-minute parking spot.
Let's go.
You know what I mean?
Legendary.
I was like, well, fuck. I don't think this is going to take 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I can't park here.
But what you should have thought is you have no number plates.
Yeah.
So what were they going to do?
What could they possibly do?
Give you a fine for
Yeah.
a random
Surely they,
car
yeah, that's a good point.
with no number plates on it?
Yeah, that's a good point. But then I was like, maybe they'd tow me. I don't know. I was like stressing. I was
To
like,
where? Next door? Like,
so I'm like, okay, 2-minute parking spot, can't park here. So I'm already annoyed at that because I hate driving. That's
Yeah.
the thing about it. I hate driving, gives me a lot of anxiety, but I also hate parking. Parking is like, I fucking hate it. And then Vic Roads is the embodiment of driving and the hatred I have towards cars.
yeah.
So I'm already pissed off getting there.
Yeah.
Driving around, I see a loading zone. Can't park there. Driving around, another 2-minute zone. I'm thinking, this place sells number plates. This place is Vic Roads, and it has no parking. Who thought that was good? It needs a massive. If anywhere, this place should have
it's-
infinite parking.
Yeah, it's car.
It's where the cars
exclusively
come.
cars.
It's where we, the cars come together.
Yeah.
It's Vic Roads. It's in the net. Anyway, so I'm like,
It's not called Vic Parks, mate. It's called Vic Roads.
I'm losing my
Okay?
mind. I'm thinking, where the fuck am I going? I'm getting angry and angry because I can't find a park. I finally go to a shopping center that's like a 5-10 minute walk to the place.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just going to have to park in here. So I pull in there, park in there, walk all the way to the Vic Roads place. I walk in and I can't even explain how big the line was. The line in this Vic Roads, that's different to the one I just come from. That was completely empty.
Yeah,
the
the
one
empty
in
one.
here,
Yeah.
there were so many people. There was a line coming out the door. We had one of those those what are they called? Like the spinny doors, like
Oh,
the
yeah,
rotating doors that like,
Yeah.
well, the rotisserie chicken doors.
door,
You see them on hotels and stuff.
Yeah.
There were people like just out the back front of it, and you had to like walk in. And as you walked in, you're like, oh shit, and then you kind of can't go
You're
anywhere because
stuck
there's like
in there?
people there, and like then one guy, I got out, and then the guy behind me like walked in, and then he had to go back out because it was so full. I'm looking around like, I'm gonna be here for like 4 hours. This is fucked. Look down the line, the person at the front's like this old woman who's just taking ages, like having a conversation with everyone. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is ridiculous. Then I look past her, and there's like a waiting area where numbers are getting read out for people who are like, getting their license plates or whatever.
Yeah.
And I look around, I'm like, I cannot stay. I'm getting angry and angry. I'm like, no, fuck that. I just fucking left. So I walked out, rang mum, skitzing about. I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous. I was getting so angry. Get back in the car. And then I was like coming home and I was just so over it. I sat down, had lunch, and then just like had to fully debrief and relax. And then you come home and you're like, how you going? I just shook my head. I was like, I just could not believe where I come from. I was so upset. I was just so angry at the fact that someone stole my number plates and now I had to spend half of my day hunting down new ones.
Yeah, that's rough.
Like,
That is
why couldn't
rough.
they just do it at the first Vic Roads? Why?
So that was,
there was no reason. There was
You
no
wouldn't
reason.
understand.
I just wanted new. I'm doing it for them. I don't even give a fuck if my car doesn't have number plates. It doesn't worry me.
That's true. I'm doing you a favor.
Yeah, you want to know if I'm going through toll roads. You want to know if I'm doing something illegal.
Yeah.
I'm driving perfectly fine. The number plates are for you,
Yeah.
not for me. I couldn't give a fuck.
Dude, you could have free tolls right now.
Yeah, that's true. I should be making big drives.
Yeah. You should do like a road trip.
Yeah.
You should go to the city
Yeah.
because the city is $10 to go
And
to
then
the city.
on top of that, this morning I get a email saying that I've got $40 taken out of my like toll roads app, and I'm like, I didn't drive in the city. And then I look, and it's all from the 10th of March, which was last Monday, and it was like $10 in the city driving around, $10 at 5 a.m. I'm like, this isn't me. So they're obviously just using my plates, driving around the city, having a great time.
That could be me right now.
And then yeah.
That could be me taking those tolls.
And then I'm back on the phone again this morning, talking to the LinkedIn people to tell them that, and they were actually really helpful. I explained, the guy was great. And he was like, yeah, no worries. We're going to, I see it's all in March. We'll just take that out. We've taken your number plates off your thing. So when you get
did I
new
say
number
March?
plates,
I actually meant February to March.
Yeah, I mean, I actually meant my entire, you actually owe me money. Yeah, so just been on just these number plates are just, it's not just someone stealing. It's probably the worst thing someone could steal. I don't think there's anything more inconvenient than number plates.
A heart transplant.
Someone
like
steals
donor
your
heart or something like that.
I'd be
Donor heart, maybe all your money in your bank.
Yeah, but then at least that's like the doctor's
Your
problem to
dog.
go find your new heart. It's
Maybe-
not like you have to go find a heart.
Oh, maybe your legs.
No.
If you're
Again, doctor, that's doctor, like, we're going to find a donor for the heart.
but
They have to
your
go
wheelchair?
stand in a line. They have to go to Vic Roads and stand in line. Vic Hearts. I have to fucking, anyway.
I think, getting your wheelchair stolen is probably worse.
Nah.
Sure.
Nah, that's pretty good.
They're
yeah.
like Vic wheelchairs you've got to go to. You got to
Sit
get
in line.
registered. Fuck.
Yeah.
Your
so that
number
was
plates
shit.
get stolen.
Number plates are the worst, bro.
Oh.
The worst. I'm trying to think what else happened. It was so bad.
That you're waiting in like on the phone actually reminds me of one of the worst parts of the whole story I told was before I called the camera store, after the 2 post office trips, the guy was like at the post office was like, call Ozpost's number because they might just have a warehouse you can drop it to.
Shit.
And so I call up Ozpost and I'm on hold for a while and then, do the numbers, press 1 for.
Yeah.
Just tell me.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's never
and-
what you want. It's
Yeah,
never like,
yeah.
there wasn't like 5 for like stolen number plates. It was like 4 for other inquiries. I'm like, does that go under other inquiries or
it's
does it
number
go under
9?
stolen vehicle?
You got to listen to 8 other options before it's your last. Yeah. And so I do all this stuff and then they go, you are 93rd in
that's the
queue.
worst.
Estimated time is 4. 3. I was like, that's not too bad. 6. I was
What?
like, 6.
6
and they're
what?
like,
Minutes?
0.
Seconds?
It was fucking 4 numbers.
That's crazy.
They just said 4 numbers.
and didn't
That's
say
how long
minutes
it was.
out. Didn't give you a time.
By the
like,
way,
a measurement of time.
fucking 3 p.m. in the afternoon. They close in 2 hours.
Oh my God.
And they gave me over a day's estimated time for the minutes. What?
Did they say minutes? They give you a measurement of time at the end of
Minutes,
it?
yeah.
They said minutes. Okay.
4, 3,
They just don't give you anything.
9, 0.
Thank you
minutes.
for holding.
And I was like,
What does that mean?
so you're telling me 92 other people
Are still
heard
waiting.
that and went, yeah, it's
Yeah, bet.
Oh,
All right, sweet. I got
nothing.
nothing to do.
Yeah.
You know what they were doing? They were waiting in line at Vic Roads. Like, 2 minutes, one stone.
Yeah,
Who cares?
I'll just wait. I could not believe it.
That's crazy. Yeah, fucking man, I'm sick of waiting. I pay all this money in taxes and stuff, and you're telling me they get one person at Vic Roads. Why can't I do it at the? What pissed me off is why can't I do it at the other Vic? What makes that Vic Roads different to the other one? What? Why couldn't I just do it there?
They have prisoners out the back stamping the new number plates.
Yeah. Why couldn't I just do it at the first one? And why can't they just fucking mail them to me?
Maybe instead of complaining, you need to make a change. Why don't you bloody work there?
I'm going back there tomorrow. I might just make my own bloody number plates. I might just give
Just
them a
write
number.
them.
I might
Yeah.
just give them a number and be like, this is my new number plate.
Yeah.
You have to sort
You've
it out
stolen
now.
someone else's number plates? Yeah.
Maybe
just write 'em on a piece of paper.
and just stick them on the front,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
Piss me off.
Your side mirror's already fucking
Yeah,
held together with
exactly.
duct tape.
My car looks dodgy.
It's got no number plate.
No number plates and a side mirror is hanging off.
Yeah.
God.
Because
I drove past cops and they didn't even pull me over. I thought for sure. No number plates and my side mirror was fucked. And I was going 100 in a school zone.
and they were just like, yeah,
that guy's got
keep
places
going.
to be.
Yeah.
No, someone driving that fast hasn't got time for the law.
What are we going to do? Pull him over? He doesn't have any number plates. You become invisible to the the road.
Yeah, they
'cause
don't
it's not
know.
registered.
Yeah. Whoa, that man's not registered. He's off the books.
He's not registered. Let's hope you stay not registered.
Yeah.
Which wizard's which? I don't know.
Which wizard's which? We have
don't
played
know.
this before.
I don't know.
I'm about to say.
Well, tell me.
I bet both of us.
Pray tell.
Both. Which wizard's which are going to play this game right now? I'll give you a hint.
That doesn't.
It's both of us. This is the game where I've written up some. This is a superhero edition of this game, but I've written up a few like which wizard is most likely to scenarios, and this is a superhero edition of that. So let's just jump into
So
it.
which wizard's which gonna do that? Which wizard's gonna do that? Which?
Me. What? Which wizard is most likely to be the hero, and which is most likely to be the sidekick in our duo? If we're going to be heroes and duo,
Hero and sidekick. It depends what's our
what's our power?
superpowers.
What's
and
our
all that.
team?
Yeah. What's
name?
our team? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
The ruffians.
Yeah, what if it's just like one of us can fly and one of us has super strength, or maybe we're not. Maybe there is no sidekick and no hero.
Sidekick.
Yeah,
Do you remember that
Yeah,
in
Flying High? Or what
yeah,
is it, Flying High?
Sky high. Sky high.
Yeah.
Fly high.
Fly High.
Rest in peace. Fly high.
I reckon I'd say in terms of this podcast, you're probably the hero and I'm the sidekick.
I mean, I'll take it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah,
I'd say, and then
agree
I
with
guess in general, you know what I mean? Because it's like you're
Yeah.
like the face of the pod, so I guess you'd be the hero. It's like Batman and Robin.
that. Okay, I'll take that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. And I
Both.
also have like crazy gadgets too.
Yeah, you got some-
Boomerangs.
yeah, they all don't work. You had to set them off. But tube lights. Oh.
Tube lights. I got all the gadgets.
Okay, next one. Which wizard would be Captain America and which wizard would be Iron Man during Civil War? If you remember, yeah.
Okay. So which one is smart and which one is dumb and a patriot? A dumb patriot.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking
Iron
more
Man's
like,
like, I don't think you understand. I went to space and there's fucking aliens there, and I had to fly a fucking nuke into space and kill everybody.
like, shield. I got a shield.
But that's not like that's not America's way.
Do you reckon Captain America?
Stay united.
Do you reckon Captain America would vote Trump?
America. He's like, yeah.
I guess Iron Man. They was just saying like Elon Musk is like the Iron Man of our. You know what I mean? He was in Iron Man 2. Anyway,
He heard that once and just made that
went
his
with
whole-
it. Yeah.
Iron Man's like, I don't think you understand. The things I've seen. We need like Iron Man suit, like protection
Doge.
for the planet. We need Bitcoin miners 24/7. We need
we
money.
need a Bitcoin reserve and we need
Yeah.
Doge. Anyway, without getting too political.
Yes. We need money.
So Captain America in Civil War is like, no, we're more vigilantes. We need to go. If we want to go somewhere and the government says we can't, then like that's on us. And if we want to do, and then the government says we want to go and we don't want, you know, they don't. He doesn't want to be government controlled. And then Iron Man saying that they should be put under check. So who do you reckon is more of a vigilante and who's more?
Or
of
Captain America's saying they should be put under check. Iron Man's saying fuck that shit.
No.
We need to have-
Other way around. Yeah, Captain America doesn't want to be. Yeah, the government's like, Avengers need to be put on check, and then Iron Man's like, yeah, we do. And Captain America's saying, what if we want to go somewhere and they don't let us, or we don't want to go somewhere and they force us to go there?
It's been ages since I've seen Civil War.
Yeah. So okay, I reckon are you more of a government bitch or you're more
I
of
feel
a
like
vigilante?
you'd be a fucking government bitch, mister, going into Vic Roads 3 times.
Yeah.
You're a little rule
So what you're
stickler.
saying? If you got your number plate stolen, you just write some new number plates on and smack them
I'd be
up.
like, what are they going to do?
Shit, true. So in that 2-minute parking zone, which I did move. Okay, yeah, I'd be more.
Yeah.
I'd be more Captain America.
Yeah,
I mean, I'd be
you're a
more
fucking
Iron Man. You'd be Captain America.
Iron Man guy. Wow, really? That's the plot of...
Yeah.
I thought he wanted to build a whole suit of armor and stuff.
Yeah, that was for
Around
the
the
government. Yeah, for the government.
That's
Yeah.
dumb.
That's good. What do you mean? Captain was sick.
Yeah, but
All right,
the
you'd be Captain
government
America.
controlled iron suit?
Yeah.
That sounds dumb as fuck. What the hell? He's like, I'm going to stop making missiles because they're getting sold to the enemy. And
But he
then he's
wants
like,
to protect people.
what if I make an entire suit of armor around the world
yeah.
for the government?
When he said that, do you reckon he meant like a suit of armor like around the entire world?
Oh.
Or do you reckon he meant like a suit of armor, like little suits of armor like in different countries? Or do you reckon he meant like a fucking like Iron Man suit that is the size of the world?
No, I think you meant the second one.
Yeah, probably.
No, the first one.
The first,
I think
yeah. I think he just wanted like
actual Iron Man
robots
suits.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Not a suit of armor around
Don't they
the
go to
world.
that in the Multiverse of Madness? where they go to 3 multiverses.
Yeah.
And there's one.
Madness. That's madness.
But he went to. Wait a minute. Are you telling me red means go in this
And what the
universe?
hell? This is
Wait a
madness.
second. They put the mustard on the hot dog.
They're
and
eating pizza for breakfast? What the hell?
This multiverse is madness right
Madness.
now. This is crazy.
Let's go to one other one. I can't handle it.
Yeah, isn't one of the ones they go to one where he did do the iron suit,
Maybe,
the
I
Iron
don't know.
Dome? The Iron Dome?
The Iron Dome.
Why
Whoa.
did they call it that?
That's sick.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember that movie either.
I don't know.
All right. Which wizard is most likely to be a speedster? I feel like who's faster out of us? I'm taller.
Oh, I don't know. Who is faster? I'm not a
That's-
very fast runner.
I'm not either.
I also rolled my ankle today, so we
Yeah.
couldn't even test that.
Maybe next week on the pod, that can be the intro.
Running
Running, who's faster?
with lav mics.
With lav mics
just
and in
who's
Wizard's
faster.
outfit.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
All right, let's do that. Lock that in for next week. We'll find out live.
All right. My ankle might still be broken. I
Yeah.
literally rolled my ankle climbing this morning.
It was bad.
I was about to say chat as if I was streaming there.
Hey, chat.
Chat, you know what I'm saying? I literally rolled my ankle while climbing, and I swear I like stood on my stump for a second, like
Yeah.
my ankle fully dislocated, and I stood on the stump of my leg, and then it slingshotted back.
It was really gross.
And did you see it?
No, I saw I didn't see it was gross.
It was. I've never rolled my ankle worse than that. Like that was. I'm surprised it's not swollen.
Yeah.
It like bounced back, but oh my god, it hurts so bad. And
You're
I was trying to demonstrate to you trying to help you out on a climb.
Yeah. And then you rolled your
And I
ankle on
fell
that guy,
and rolled my ankle.
yeah. You're like, yeah, and then you do this, and then you just jump off. Oh, God.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
I swear I heard it go.
do I have to roll my ankle afterwards? I don't even want to.
Jesus.
Which wizard is most likely to die to Thanos' snap? Now, this is an interesting one because I've got a little link here
Okay.
that decides who's going to die and who's going to live. It's a little website that puts it on. So, do you want to click first and see if you die?
Did
or
Thanos
live?
kill .me?
So just click the link.
Your trackpad doesn't
You
really
were
click.
spared by Thanos.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Fuck.
Well, that's good. I
Well,
got
it's
spared
like-
by Thanos.
It's like 50-50, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to die now.
Thanos.
Fuck.
You were slain by Thanos for the good of the universe, though. That's
Yeah, I
good.
guess.
At least it wasn't for the bad of the
Still
universe.
dead.
It was for the good of the universe.
That's some bullshit. I don't like that.
Oh, there you go. And, you know, that's
That's
just
some
the way the cookie
bullshit.
crumbles sometimes. Which wizard's more likely to get there with license plate stolen? Which wizard's more likely to buy a fucking light that you basically have to take a fucking massive loan out on only for it to break for 6 months and keep getting it repaired, and they say it's repaired even though it's not, and then you have to keep sending it back because it's broken.
I'm going to say you.
Yeah.
Yeah, me. Which wizard is most likely to be a genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist?
Philanthropist.
Philanthropist. You know what he says.
Billionaire,
Playboy,
millionaire, philanthropist.
Take the suit armor. What are you?
Billionaire, philanthropist.
Playboy, philanthropist. Did I mention I was a billionaire?
Billionaire.
I reckon you.
I'd be
No, this is a good one. Which wizard would have a secret identity and which wizard wouldn't? So would you be like a Spider-Man with a secret identity, or would you be like an Iron Man letting them all know?
Oh, that's
Yeah,
actually.
it's not
I
bad.
actually really like that question. That's probably the first one I've liked.
Oh, okay. Well,
How long did it take you to write those?
can't all be
5 minutes?
Can't all be, billionaire philanthropist playboys.
Billionaire, millionaire, quadrillionaire, philanthropist, playboy, Cardi.
You can't be a millionaire and a billionaire.
I can.
Yeah, you
that's
can.
just how. That's
This
what
is
I
how it
am.
works.
I would probably want to hide my identity. Owning
Really?
it is obviously cool. Like I get
Yeah.
it, Tony Stark. Sweet. You're.
Yeah, it's great when you got millions of dollars to protect yourself.
You're also
Yeah.
like a narcissist.
Yeah.
And you want everyone to know that you're Iron Man.
That's very true.
I feel like exactly in Spider-Man's kind of like vein of like it puts the people that you are close to in danger.
Yeah.
If you got people like the Vulture and like the Green Goblin who literally throws bombs at people that evaporate them, even like down to,
The
down to their
bone, the
bones, and then their
skeleton.
bones like
Turn
turn
to
to ash. I think I want to keep my identity
that's
secret
fair. That's
because then when he
fair.
finds out, he gets Mary Jane.
Yeah.
Are you gonna choose this bus full of small children
know-
or your girlfriend?
Yeah, true.
Mary Jane, no!
No. Yeah.
And then he gets a gun and he just shoots the Green Goblin in the head. And he goes, "Oh, what the hell?
about that?
Why did we not do that earlier?"
Yeah, it's a tough one. I'd probably want a secret identity, but also like it depends on your like stature in life. Like obviously it
Yeah.
works for like Iron Man and Captain America to have the no secret identity. But for Spider-Man, like he hasn't got the funds to
Well, exactly.
have a, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'd probably have a secret identity. If it was me right now and I just like woke up, I'd definitely have a secret identity.
Yeah.
But who would you tell? Would you tell me?
No.
You haven't told me yet, have you?
I
Tell me.
don't know if I'd tell anyone. Although I couldn't. I wouldn't be able to keep a secret that.
Yeah,
tight.
I wouldn't be able to. I'd be telling
Yeah.
everyone.
Don't tell Harry.
Yeah.
Harry,
But then you
I
like
know you've
become-
been having this vendetta against Spider-Man for the last 5 years, and your
Yeah.
face got blown off and all this sort of shit.
It's
and
me.
all that. Yeah. So the wounds from your father were actually caused by his own glider.
Yeah, I kind of did that.
I don't know how you. I
It's
mean,
pretty
he literally
freaking
had
obvious.
blades through him at the funeral. I mean, and you thought
You
Spider-Man
found
did
him-
that?
You found him with the glider in his chest. That's where you found his buddy.
Don't tell Harry.
Goddamn Spider-Man did it. It's like, did he?
Spider-Man killed my dad. Really, dude?
I don't know,
Really?
bro. Does Spider-Man want to use knives?
Giant glider
Yeah.
blades through your chest?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Don't
Yeah,
tell
I'd have a
Harry.
secret identity for sure.
Fair enough. Do you know that you can, apparently in an emergency situation, you can eat your own asshole? You can, if you get your finger up your butt and then you grab your, like hook your asshole, apparently you can rip it off and then you can eat it and it'll grow back at some point.
Well, that's all the time we have here at the Wizards Tower. I'm actually going to use that. Might just have that as our outro.
Yeah, I read it on 4chan.
Friend of fortune.
Let's be real, when I was like 12.
My God.
Believed it ever since.
Jesus Christ.
Bear Grylls does it every episode.
Every episode. I guess the erectile.
That's how effective it is.
Well, that's all the time we have on the Wizard's Tower. If you'd like to reach the Wizards, you can send a now to the Wizard's Tower Pod at gmail.com. And you can also follow us on Instagram and TikTok, or whatever the hell that is. Anyway, don't forget to grab your hat, grab your staff, and we'll see you on the next episode of the Wizard's Tower.